Hi guys, so as promised, I'm making a video before filling the gas tank. As you can see, I still have 116 kilometers of range left, and I've depleted the EV, and I got 1,038 kilometers out of it, and I still have about 2 bars remaining of gas. So I was actually gonna drive further until the car actually gave me the notification to fill up. But the thing is, I actually had to drive to Buffalo today from Toronto. And I was just heading back home, and I realized how cheap the gas is in the States. So I decided to fill up here. And as you can see, obviously my house is about over 100 kilometers away. So I could have gotten another 100 at least, so that would bring the total to like 1,138. And if you go by the exact mileage, like I have the 116 remaining, so that would be 11,454. So about 1,150 kilometers out of the tank. I also drove here in the save mode. So basically, because I knew I was going to be driving about 200 kilometers, about 880 kilometers to my cousin I'm visiting here. And obviously, if I started driving in EV mode, I would have depleted the electric range like soon. And then I would be driving here in the city using gas. So what I did was I pressed the save button and I started driving so I can use gas, and then once I reach the city, I start driving an EV. And as you can see, I got 6.3 liters per 100 kilometers of highway driving, and as you can see, 36% of it was EV. So what I saw was that it wasn't always always running the in parallel mode. So put it this way, it was almost 95% in series hybrid mode, which means it was just, the engine was just acting as a generator and basically producing electricity for the electric motors. And maybe once or twice the parallel mode kicked in when I was going uphill the bridge, and that's where the engine came and actually powered the wheels. But other than that, it's mostly, like I said, 95, you know what, even make it 98%. It was in series hybrid mode. And so basically, technically, it was still driving. If you look to the left, the Eco, which is where the EV drives, so it was never in the power, the white band, because that would be when the engine is running the wheels, the driving the car. It was always an Eco, which means it was technically driving in EV mode. Not the EV only, but as in like the electric motors are running the car, but the electricity was being generated by the engine. So 6.3 liters per 100 kilometers for a four-wheel drive crossover, and it's not a small crossover. So that's pretty impressive. But then again, this is highway driving. Starting next week, we will see how it goes when I fill up the tank. And I'm going to be doing some city driving and highway driving and mixed, and then let's see how it goes. But for now, I wanted to make a video and show you guys how many kilometers I got out of the tank. 1,038 with 2 bars remaining and a fuel economy of 6.3 liters per 100 kilometers. I'm going to go fill up now. Thanks for watching. Alright guys, so I just finished filling up the tank. And as you saw, that I had about 2 bars left, but I thought I should fill it up in the US because the gas is so cheap. I filled up 33 liters of gas for $30. So that's less than $1 Canadian. And as you can see, the tank is full now. And the projected range is 547. And I don't have any EV range left. As you can see, it's depleted. So the projected range is 547, and the claimed combined between EV and gas is 461 as per Mitsubishi the EPA ratings. So obviously it's projecting better, and it can go down depending on the driving conditions and the driving habits. But I think the way this car works is that it's intelligent enough to project the range depending on the driver's previous driving habits and conditions. So the way I've been driving was highway driving and very gentle acceleration and everything. So keeping that in mind, it's telling me that 547 kilometers is what I should get, but that's based on the gas only for now, I guess. But because I'm going to be charging, so obviously I'm going to get more. So, but as of now, so when I filled it up, what I did was I reset trip A, trip B, and I also reset the average. So as you can see, 36% of the time it was EV only. The rest was the hybrid modes between series and parallel, and most of that was series. So I'm gonna start driving now, and I will upload this video hopefully tonight or tomorrow. So as promised, you can see over 1,000 kilometers out of the tank. It had 12 kilometers when I picked it up, so that would be 1,026 that I actually drove, thanks to the EV part of the plug-in hybrid. Thanks for watching. Alright guys, there's another update. So I drove from Buffalo to Toronto, all highway driving obviously, doing 120 kilometers an hour as you can see. And I had no EV range at all, and I got the fuel economy of 8 liters per 100 kilometers, and as you can see, 1 bar of gas dropped. So again, not bad for a crossover this size with all-wheel drive. So obviously all-wheel drive was not engaged. But yeah, this is a real life fuel economy of highway driving. And just so you know, it was just myself in the car. So it was not loaded with people or stuff. So one person sitting in the car, driving 120 kilometers on the highway, on the cruise. So I was cruising, I had the cruise control engaged, and this is what you get. And as you can see, it says 34% EV driving because it kept switching between the different hybrid modes, the series and the parallel. So there's another update for you. See you in the next one.